So good day everyone. Welcome to our online discussion. I am Zesma Elginton.
And I am Daryl O. Mangatan.
And I am Princess Ava Estala.
And today we are going to discuss the three learning objectives. First is applying basic trigonometric identities and algebraic properties.
And the second one is writing a proof to verify the stated identity.
So the third objective is solving trigonometric function using identities.
So we've been learning about trigonometric identities. Can someone remind us why these identities are important?
Good question. Trigonometric identities help simplify expressions, transform one function into another, and solve equations. They are also useful in real-world applications like physics and engineering.
Right. For example, in electrical engineering, sine and cosine function describe alternating current waveforms. Using identities helps simplify complex calculation.
That makes sense. Let's apply a fundamental identity to express one trigonometric function in terms of another. How can we express sine squared theta in terms of cosine squared theta?
We use the Pythagorean identity. This is the equation. Sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. If we isolate the sine squared theta, we get sine squared theta equals 1 minus cosine squared theta.
That's a great example. Here's another. How can express tan theta in terms of sine theta and cosine theta?
We recall the quotient identity. So tangent theta equals sine theta over cosine theta. This is useful when solving equations involving tangent functions because we can write them in terms of sine and cosine.
And now, let's try proving an identity. How about this one? One plus tan squared theta equals secant squared theta.
That's a classic identity. Let's start from the Pythagorean identity. Sine theta plus sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. Now let's divide everything by cosine squared theta to transform it.
Good strategy. So sine squared theta over cosine squared theta plus cosine squared theta over cosine squared theta equals 1 over cosine squared theta. Since sine squared theta over cosine squared theta and 1 over cosine squared theta is secant squared theta, we get tangent squared theta equals plus 1 equals
That's correct. This proof is helpful when working with secant and tangent function in solving equations.
Here's a question. Why do we prefer providing identity using algebraic manipulation rather than plugging in values?
Because providing identities algebraically ensures they hold for all values within the domain, while numerical verification only checks for specific cases. Let's solve a problem using identities. Given that cosine theta equals 3 over 5 and theta is in the first quadrant, find sine theta using identities.
And now we use the Pythagorean identity again. This is the equation. Sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. Substituting the cosine theta equals 3 over 5. We solve for sine squared theta. Sine squared theta plus 3 over 5 squared equals 1. And let's solve this cosine. Sine equals sine squared theta plus 9 over 25 equals 1. And now we will isolate the sine squared theta, and it becomes sine squared theta equals 1 minus 9 over 25. And the answer is 16 over 25. And we can simplify this answer. Sine equals 4 over 5.
Since theta is the first quadrant, sine is positive, so sine theta is 4 over 5. That's what's straightforward using identities.
So here's a challenge. If we know sine theta equals 4 over 5, how can we find tangent theta?
We use the quotient identity. Tan theta is equals to sine theta over cosine theta, or 4 over 5 over 3 over 5. And the answer is 4 over 3.
That was a great example of solving values using identities.
So to sum it all, this discussion really showed how trigonometric identities simplify expressions, prove relationships, and solve problems.
And the ability to prove identities strengthens our problem-solving skills.
Exactly. Let's practice more so we can apply this concept and more advanced problems.
And that's all. Thank you for watching.